About 6 or 7 years ago, Allen Edmonds was creating some of their most interesting casual Goodyear welted shoes. One of the most unusual styles was the Overlord, which I believe was released in 2015. I admit that when I first saw them online, I wasn't very impressed, but once I saw them in person, I knew I had to have them. They were so unusual at the time, as there were not many casual cap toe options that were not a strand. In other words, the Overlord was closer to a casual Park Avenue than anything previously. A casual Park Ave. Just saying that at the time was controversial. A lot of people did not like the Overlord because it was considered offensive to see a cap toe used in such a casual way. It makes you wonder how these people would react to the current line of sneakers, but that's a whole other story. But back in 2015, this was about as adventurous as Allen Edmonds was, with taking a formal type of model and making it something very casual. Me, I just saw how unique they were and I was immediately drawn to them. The backstory is that this is the shoe version of the Normandy boot. The Normandy was designed to imitate the look of the boots that the military wore in World War II, but only imitating the appearance and not in actual construction. Just like the Normandy, the Overlord uses a brown kudu leather, which according to AE is real antelope. This looks like it's confirmed, as Allen Edmonds has stated on their website that they could not ship kudu products outside the United States, and the leather does not feel or look like any sort of calf that I've experienced. The leather is durable but soft, and it has a nice stretchiness to it. It has a unique feel that is unlike any other leather. And the smell is also unique. It smells like nothing else. I bought my first pair in 2017 when they were on clearance at the South Coast Plaza store. However, I did have a problem with this pair originally. It turned out that it was constructed a little tighter than it should have on the left foot. The instep was always a little more snug than it should have felt, but sadly at the time, I realized it too late and my size was sold out. I still ended up wearing them a lot because they were highly comfortable and very supportive, but I told myself if I ever had another chance at finding a new pair, I would jump on it. Fast forward to the present day of September 2022, I was very fortunate to find this pair, and it actually took me several years to even find one. I haven't worn this new pair yet because I wanted to show you how they looked when they were new. I think they just look awesome. I'll just go over the basics of the shoe. It has a nice double leather sole that is highly supportive. While the insole is not a pour-on insole, it doesn't really matter because the shoes are plenty comfortable, especially when walking a lot. The double leather sole is thick and a little heavy and stiff, but you're not going to feel any toe crunch because the leather upper is so soft. There's also a Commando heel, which gives it a little bit better traction. They'll handle wet conditions reasonably well considering that it's mostly a leather sole. Now in regards to the upper, the entire upper is made out of the brown kudu. It's supposed to be distressed, so you're going to see some marks and scratches on both the upper and the sole. I really like the white contrast stitches that they included in the shoe, but what I really like is this little orange that you can see on the cuts of the leather. It adds a nice contrast to the brown. The shoes are lined with some kind of darker smooth lining. The shoes also included these flat gray laces, the same ones that they include with the Badlands and the Wilbert. Something a little less usual than just the standard round ones, and they also stay tied very well. Because these were made on the 201 last, some people couldn't get them to work because the heel would be slightly wider than the 65. I did not have any heel slip issues, but I could see that my heels were definitely a little bit more roomy. I wish Allen Edmonds would have released more colors of this model. There was an equally interesting version in black kudu. I would like to see them reintroduce it again and make it available in more colors, but I have doubts that they actually will because Allen Edmonds is really putting a lot of their casual energy into the sneakers, and those are doing quite well. But for those of you that appreciate the casual Goodyear welts like I do, I encourage you to try to seek out a pair of these if you can, if you don't already own one. So Just to wrap things up, this is one of my all-time favorite casual models. I love that it's a cap toe. I love that Allen Edmonds was able to combine the cap toe with something casual, and these are very comfortable and supportive. Well, that's it for this time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.